Here, so let me break this down for you. This is why I said 50 girls.
Yeah.
By the time a girl hits puberty, she's getting hit on by guys constantly. Whether it's kids at middle school, high school, the weird teacher, at a party somewhere, when she goes off to college, etc. Women have thousands of interactions with the opposite gender.
Yep.
Guess what happens? That's a lot of practice. They get a lot of practice and figure out which guys are cool, which guys are weird. This dude has this weird tick. This guy has money, but he's a lame, etc. Women become black belts,
experts
at discerning male value. Men, however, don't get nearly as much practice because you actually have to go up to her, formulate some kind of sentence, come up with some pickup line, etc. Most guys don't get the reps in that they need to. Women, however, get all the reps in, right? And in today's society, not only do girls get the reps in, right, through social media, guys coming up to them, whatever, they're also encouraged to exercise their options and date a lot of guys. Women nowadays are more promiscuous than ever before. So, as a man, how are you going to be able to go out there and pick a girl that's marriage material and or girlfriend material for a serious relationship if you don't have the same amount of reps and practice? Here's the problem. Guys go out with a girl. The girl will behave in a manner that she thinks the guy will like. The guy's an idiot. He doesn't have enough sexual experience, hasn't dated enough girls, doesn't know how to tell a hoe from a housewife, and he ends up committing to this girl, marries her, gives her a house, etc., gets divorced, destroyed, alimony, paying child support because he didn't understand how women think and female nature. They make the cardinal mistake of thinking that men and women are the same, and we are not. But you only get that through experience. And I say if you haven't had sex with 50 girls, you're going to be decently okay at being able to tell a girl that's worthy of a relationship, which one isn't, because women have an inherent advantage from the amount of reps that they get throughout their lifetime dealing with opposite gender.
I just don't know if it's intercourse that's like the actual metric of like, oh, I understand how women's mind works. And also, one more thing.
No, it has to be intercourse, and I'll explain why.
It's the full package.
Okay, I want to hear you explain why. And at the same time, also, if girls are constantly receiving like guys that are like complimenting them, trying like hitting on them or whatever, like in middle school, etc., like you just said, wouldn't that require a guy in the equation that's doing the exact same thing?
But it's many different men, is my point.
Wouldn't you just grow numb to it after a certain point? Like it just becomes like a, it kind of pings off of you. And
that's the
like,
point.
But that's the point.
That's
they
the
get
point.
They get practice to the point where they're judoing guys out of their way naturally. Versus you as a guy, you don't know what you're doing, because when you talk to a girl as a guy, she's a black belt of social dynamics at that point. An 18-year-old girl could walk into a room, size up the room immediately, because not only do women have social superiority over men, but they're also able to detect a man's value immediately off of how he comes off. You guys said first at the beginning of the podcast, confidence is the most important thing. You want to know why? Yeah. Because when a man is confident, it's a symbolizer for accomplishments in his life. And girls look for what? Security. Yep. That is why confidence is so, when you peel the layers back, that's why confidence is so important. But girls are able to detect that from your tonality, the way you convey yourself, body language, etc. And girls have this experience way more than you by the time you actually go up to her at the party and talk to her.
Well, that is why girls like older men, because they're more experienced, they know what they're going through in life, and they know what they want.
Now intercourse, to answer his point.
Well, hold on, wait, what about the two sides of the token? Because the girls,
intercourse,
it has to be a guy. Right.
Okay.
What you're saying, like the girls, they get all this experience sizing up guys or whatever.
Yeah.
The person that they're talking to in the first place is a guy that's getting experience.
But they're not fucking every guy.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? The guy that she's talking to, either he's a player, he's older, or he knows the game. If you
so you're saying it's a very limited selection of guys that are giving all these a different group of girls a bunch of experience.
Yeah, they get very good at weeding out losers because most guys are losers. But the point is that they get the experience. Girls get good at weeding out losers. Men never get the experience of weeding out loser chicks, because they'll take whatever they can get because they don't get the same experience.
I don't know. For me, I feel like it just seems like an arbitrary number, and I think you can find somebody without 50.
Of course. Can you have 20 and meet the girl of your dreams and get married? Of course. But what I'm saying is that generally speaking, you're going to be in a very good position if you have those 5 things in place that I mentioned. To get out there and get married.
Bible is just a foundation. If you can make it happen, then perfect.
If you want to get married in today's day and age with all the risks going on, I think those are the minimum requirements. Now, is everything 100%? Like, let's say you make $90K per year. Like, can you still, you're 10K off. Fine. But what I'm saying is that you need to have experience with women. The main
I've just always believed that if you have purpose, passion, you do what you love, you're excited about life, you have friends, you go out and socialize every now and then, I feel like that will naturally attract people to you. And then from there, as long as you have, the time and the resources to spend with another person, it'll happen naturally.
That does help, 100%. And 100% that can happen to anybody. Yeah. We're just saying, is it likely to happen that way for most guys? Probably not.
Yeah, men have to do that deliberately a lot of times. These things that you mentioned, it's really tough for a lot of guys. They have to put it in their head and deliberately go out and do it. It's very tough to do these things naturally. Yeah. They have to be taught a lot of times.
They work a job that they hate. School didn't go well. We're just saying the average guy isn't having that type of success being real with you.
Dude, the average guy can barely get a date.
Yeah.
Girls flake like crazy nowadays because they have so many
And
options.
it's funny because we didn't notice either until we coached guys. We're like, this is really happening? Dude, we were like, this can't be happening. This can't be real, but it is. It's sad, bro.
Because the thing is that guys like us suffer from the apex fallacy. We think, oh yeah, it's not that hard. Like, yeah, girls are easy. Nah, man. Like, a lot of guys are struggling. And the more I interview girls on our show,
we see why.
Every girl, it's crazy. When I ask girls, describe your dream man. 6 foot plus, over $100,000 per year. Yeah, I want him to have a degree, all this other stuff. Man, that's less than 1% of the population matches up what they want. And all the girls are chasing the same guy. And worse yet, they think they deserve him.
But to be fair, that could be like a different, like the girls that you're having on your podcast are, like they're from Miami. I've seen a couple of the clips.
No, a lot of them from other states and other countries.
Everywhere, bro.
And different education levels.
Islands.
But I feel like it goes the other way too. Like guys, you're going to say, who do you want?
You also have to think of what kind of girl would agree
like,
to come on the podcast in the first place.
What was that? I'm sorry?
You also have to think of what kind of girl would agree to come on the podcast in the first place. At the same time,
we've had lawyers,
we brought a bunch of professionals on.
Dentists.
I feel like a lot of people come on just to disagree.
And here's the other thing too.
Okay.
You know what? You know what's funny? I love when guys say this, like, or people say, "Oh, you guys don't bring on career women that are smart, that are educated." You want to know what happens when girls are educated and make money?
Even worse.
They have even higher standards.
Yeah.
And then what about the guys? You say that you see this all the time with guys, because me in my house, like, because I live in a house with 4 other dudes, and they don't necessarily struggle to go on dates and stuff. What'd you say?
Pause.
Pause?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
don't worry about it.
I actually have a good time. We have ping pong table.
Awesome.
It's lovely. Yeah. But none of the guys in the
Sigma
house
5.
usually have, he thinks it's frat house, trouble like going
Cool.
on dates with girls. And that's just been my experience. And all of my friends at home, like, it's never been like, you just kind of either get a dating app or you just have to have the confidence to, like, it's a numbers game. You just try and try and try, and then it will work out.
I think it's just a lot of practice.
But if you think about the guys that you talk to when you're consulting, those are guys that are like struggling. So you're kind of getting, in a sense, a biased perspective.
Remember,
because you're by association.
Celebrity friends, I have guys that are regular guys. I have friends all over. I have a full scope.
Dude, we deal with bullshit and we're famous.
Yeah, exactly.
These girls.
Dude, nobody's safe. I'm telling you right now, your friends, bro, I guarantee you, bro, they deal with issues with girls.
Wait, are you still in college?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought Graham was.
I was joking. I called it a frat house.
Calls it a frat house.
Okay.
But I'm just saying in a nutshell, yes, they can get girls, but are they happy? Are they actually fulfilled? Are they like being who they really want to be? My thing is, like, you can get a girl, but she's respecting you. That's the big thing.
Like, here's the thing. The numbers show it, man. There's more sexless men now than ever before. Women are swiping left on Tinder 95% of the time. Dating apps are a failure for most men. Most guys can't get a girl to respond to their DM on Instagram.
But now, in fairness,
go ahead.
The Tinder profiles I've seen of guys are terrible.
They are.
They're
You're
so
right.
bad.
You're right.
The DMs you
Absolutely.
see are
That
awful.
is so
You're right. But again, it comes back because there's...
To me, the bar is set so low that, like, if you could do anything below anything above the average, it's like that sets you...
It's two different things. It's two different things. It's you got a sliding scale on both sides. So you got guys that are mediocre, right, and staying mediocre because they're watching porn, no good pictures, don't understand how women really think, etc. Then at the other end, women's standards are going up because they're making more money and getting more status. So it's creating a bigger divide between the two. So, it is what it is. But a lot of guys are struggling. The data shows it, man. It's pretty much what's the word? It's indisputable at this point that a majority of men are struggling to attract a majority of women. And a majority of women just simply don't like a majority of men. I mean, it's gotten to a point now, think about it. The rise of OnlyFans, the rise of girls putting their cash apps in their Instagram, the rise of girls being able to make money simply for posting feet pictures. But this wouldn't be going on if guys were getting laid.
See, I just feel like that's a market. If people are going to pay for it, it's a business. If they're not hurting anybody, I don't see the...
well, I'm not talking about the morality of it. I'm saying that the fact that it's even available speaks volume. Because my argument is that guys are struggling with women.
But that doesn't mean every woman would automatically do OnlyFans. I think a lot of people out there would say, you know what, I envy the money I could make, but I'm not going to do that.
You're my argument is simply that there's such a void in men being able to meet and attract women that women are able to negotiate in bad faith and monetize off of it. That's what I'm saying.
Why is it bad faith? I feel like if they're providing a product or a service and someone's willing to pay for that service, they're both consenting. I don't see that being an issue.
Well, here's the thing. They're selling you a dream. When you're we talked about this with our friend Andrew, used to run a webcam company. What you're selling to the guy a lot of the times is attention and the possibility of meeting the girl. And that's what the girls do, is they create this illusion they're going to meet you one day, you're going to build a family, you're getting this attention. So girls give you that, right? without ever actually, intending on delivering it to you.